Starting off this video with a very hot take. Yusuke Muruta is the best artist to ever live. You know what, it's not really even a hot take, it's literal facts at this point. If by any chance you don't know who Yusuke Muruta is, he is the artist of One Punch Man. And arguably the best artist to ever live, man. His works are so damn amazing. And one thing I want to make clear, like when I'm starting off this video, is that this is gonna take time to learn. His art style, it's really complicated and it's really hard to learn. I've been drawing for over 8 years and yet I think I can't really perfectly imitate his art style. I can just get somewhat close to his level. So yeah, just starting off this video by saying that don't beat yourself up for it. This is hard. Even I am saying this is hard. Like I've been drawing for 8 years and I still think it's hard. Now, as a dumb beginner artist, you might say that, oh no man, it's not gonna be that hard. Like, how hard can it be? And to that, I will simply reply, yeah. Needless to say, his work is pretty complicated. Yeah, that's why I made it clear in the beginning that it's going to be hard. This is nowhere even close to what he actually makes. This is just an imitation. So yeah, we are almost 1 minute 30 seconds into this video, and we are finally getting to the topic. Good job, Shay. You are an amazing time waster. Also, just to waste like a bit more of your time, by the way, can any of you guys tell me that is this type of content like where my camera is a bit more stabilized, a bit better? Because a lot of people in the last video commented on how it's not stable and their head is hurting after this. I'm just asking if this style is more helping you guys to learn. I'm on it. I'm in for it, man. If you guys want it, so be it, man. I'm just asking. Please go comment. And there we go. We have wasted a full 2 minutes. Good job, Shay. You're an amazing time waster. Now, just like last time, I've told you this. By the way, this was the last video. Like JJK art style, Gege Akutami smiling. Yeah, be happy, Gege. You killed off Novara, so when I catch you, it's gonna be on spot. By the way, as I was saying, just like last time, it's gonna be 3 points on how we can draw in that art style. And number one, in my opinion, should also always be your resources. What do you exactly need to draw in his art style? And the answer to that question is a bit complicated to say the least. Now, let me be honest with you right now. You can use anything to draw in his art style if you are at a specific art level, but if you're a beginner, I'm gonna recommend you use some really thin pens. Like how thin? Like this thin, 0.05 millimeter. But I wanna be honest with you right now. If you're making it on like a bigger scale and not smaller scale, that's where you need this 0.05 pen. If you're making it on a bigger piece, like say this much big, then I think this pen should be enough. Like this normal pen that works normally, this should be good enough, I think. Or I don't know, maybe it's not, but I think personally it's gonna be good enough if you're making it. That we go to our second point. Now, how do I put this into words? I think the best way to do this is like how to make sketches like in his art style. Uh, this is like one of those art styles where sketches don't really matter that much because it's mostly ink artwork that's gonna matter in the long run. But here's a quick sketch in Gege Akutami's art style just to tell you all how he makes them. Yeah, like this. This is what I mean. By the way, I didn't record the sketch process, so yeah, just trust me, this is how you're gonna wanna have to make your sketches because his art style relies mostly on pen, not on pencil, but still make it detailed enough for you to know where stuff goes. Now, I don't need to draw every single separate hairline, but I do need to have an overall shape. That's something he I think he makes because if you go onto his live streams, his sketches are relatively simple and not that detailed. But if you're a beginner, I would recommend you make just a bit more complicated sketches because you know he's an art god and you are like a beginner. You got skill issues. And this brings me to my final point. Oh, sorry, the camera isn't focused. Yeah. So this brings me to my final point: inking your artworks. All right. Sorry to all the beginners in the back. This is gonna be complicated. Now, right now, while listening to this, you might be like, just how complicated can it be? How complicated can it be? And to that, I will reply, but don't worry, beginners. We are gonna be break this into three even simpler steps. Like this last step, the three steps I told you earlier. I know TikTok has messed up with your attention span, but I hope you remember that. So yeah, as I said, there were three steps, but in the last step of inking, we are gonna break it down into even three even simpler steps. Number one, line stability. How much do you want it, and how much do you need it? While inking the outlines of your artwork, you need relatively stable lines like this. Not too stable, a bit shaky, but relatively stable lines. Okay, just make it relatively stable. Also, just as a side note, the areas that are like really complex, leave them out. Don't draw them right now. They are gonna come in later when you have like a bit more of the silhouette covered. Now comes the second part, shading. Let me make this very clear. Shading in Yusuke Muruta art style is like basically learning rocket science. It's hard and it's hard as hell. What do you need for this? A micron pen. Like, no questions on this one. You need this. You don't even. You basically can't do that with this pen. It's legit impossible in my opinion. Or I don't know. Maybe you're like really good and you can do it with that pen. In that case, respect to you, man. So here our second point is that in more complex areas, make your lines relatively thinner. No matter which resource you're using, just making relatively thinner. Sorry, it's just that I'm so much stuttering today. I don't know what's the problem, but it's my room is hot, all right. My room's really hot. Somewhat like this. See how it's like a relatively messy and still like thin. Which brings us to our final point, where to use the darks and where to apply the lights. Now, one thing I've learned is that in his start style, like look over here, it's really dark over here, right? But then look over here, it's really light and really detailed. When while down there, it's not detailed at all and really dark. So yeah, you can have really dark and really textured and light at the same in the same artwork. So just keep that in mind. That's gonna help you. What do you want, my guy? Like over here, I don't know the name of this girl, maybe like Tatsumi, I don't know. Her hair is gonna be full black as compared to her full body, which is like fully black. So just cover that in like with me. I don't know, maybe you're not making this artwork with me. In that case, you suck. Once you have finished in you applying your darks, then you have to go in with the pen again to add these extra finer details. Because you know, it's Yusuke Muruta style. What else are you expecting, bro? It's his art style. A literal art god. And with that, I think your artwork should be complete by at the end of this. Now, my beginner friendly artist, my beginner artist, listen to me, alright. This journey is going to be hard. If you want to learn his art style, go ahead for me. Go ahead, man. It's your life, you can do whatever you want. But I'm telling you this right now, his art style is hard to learn. But still, that should not let your morale down. Go ahead. If I can do it, someone like me who's literally 13, of course you can do it. Go ahead, my guy, and remember that no matter how complicated it might look, you can always break it down into simpler subjects. And I don't know, maybe that was said by Santizu because I don't really know how to finish off this video. Okay, here's Gegi Akutami, by the way, just so you all know. Alright, bye. Leave the video already, man. Hello everybody, I'm Pluto and today we'll be learning how to draw in Gege Akutami style. Now if you don't know who's Gege Akutami, basically he's a manga artist who draws everyone in Death Note. Like it's not, I'm not even kidding, he draws his manga in Death Note. There's no other explanation for what he does. And he's also known as the author of I mean, I don't think we can call him the author. I think more like the artist and the author of one of the most beloved shows, Jujutsu Kaisen. It's one of my favorite show, and after years of practicing I finally got his style down letter for letter. Like I can draw exactly like him, or at least I think so. I'm still pretty bad, but I guess I can teach you all how I got here. So yeah, let's go. Now the first thing I've noticed is that in order to draw in his style, you can't really just use any normal pen. You need a 0.05 micron pen. Now lucky for us, it's not really expensive and like anyone can get it. But yeah, I'm just mentioning this out because his line art, it's really thin, it's really messy. And the thing is, you can't really draw it using a normal pen. It's like legit impossible in my opinion. I don't know what skill level you are if you can draw it without a 0.05 micron pen, but you must be an art god at that point, bro. But most of my audience isn't an art god, so yeah, for you guys, you need this pen. It's really important in order to learn this style. Now, another thing that I noticed when seeing his artworks is that he conveys a lot by not making a lot of lines. Like, these are just two lines and a circle, and it conveys the feeling of I. At this point, it's just a line connecting with not even a fully drawn circle, and it still conveys the full eye shape. Over here, it's just a line for a mouth. So I've seen that he conveys a lot by not really using a lot. So that's something we have to keep an eye out for. Which brings us to our second point, which is that Jujutsu Kaisen is drawn in a messy line art style. You don't really need super clean lines in order to draw in Jujutsu Kaisen style. Like, just look at over here. What are 90% of these lines even? Nothing, but that's the beauty. Uh, just just make lines that don't really make a lot of sense in my opinion, and I think it should work out for you. Like, I don't know half the purpose of these lines. Like, I don't know what this line over here is supposed to do. I don't know what this little creepy thing over here is supposed to do. I really don't know why I made this stitch over here when it does not even belong there, but it works out in the end, I suppose. Jujutsu Kaisen is drawn in a relatively messy line style, so you don't really need to care a lot about clean line art, which is very good for us who have shaky hands. Because believe me, when it comes to Jujutsu Kaisen's art style, shaky hands are a privilege because they're just gonna naturally let you draw more shaky lines and in turns more messy lines. So yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is drawn in a relatively messy art style. So yeah, you don't really need a lot of clean lines, just some messy lines, I suppose. Which brings me to my third and final point. That is that Jujutsu Kaisen has a very specific style of shading by what I have seen. It is not hatching, it's not cross hatching. It's more so of just this random circular pattern that I've noticed. It's random, but that's how he shades most of his stuff. Like in areas where he wants to show more depth, he just makes messier lines. Like over here, it's not hatching because it's too messy to be considered hatching, and it's not cross hatching as well. It's just that he uses this relatively messy forward backward motion in order to convey depth and like shading and stuff. Now this is something that I have noticed that is pretty consistent. Like, good, look at Gojo's hair, look at Itadori's hair, look at his face over here. It's all just made using some messy lines, and that's how he conveys shape, I suppose. It's really hard to get used to, especially when you are used to making clean lines to convey it. But I think that's one of the best ways to approach his art style, because that's just more realistic on how he draws. Like, just look at this thing over here. It's supposed to convey that there's shadow over there, but it's messy as hell. So yeah, those are some things that I have learned while drawing in Jujutsu Kaisen's art style. Overall, Jujutsu Kaisen's art style is not one that is easy to learn. You need a lot of practice in order to just get the hang of it. Gege Akutami, I don't know if he draws all of this, but if he does, man, he's amazing. Because Jujutsu Kaisen's art style is one of the hardest to learn out there. With that, I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Make sure to leave a comment down below on what you want next, and I'll see you next time. Or not, maybe I'll just quit YT. Bye. There's Markiplier. Oh shit, dude, wrong intro. Hello everybody, my name is Shahir aka Pluto. Nailed it. And today we'll be looking at how we can make bodies, especially male bodies. Now this is going to be a really nice tutorial, a really concise one. I'll try to make it under 5 minutes, but no promises because this is real time right now. Way, but as I was saying, by the way, here are some like concept sketches. This is just ones I made of Gojo Satoru because I wanted to explain this a bit better. Let's make this a series where I only explain using Satoru. I think that would be pretty fun. Comment down below if you want that series. I think it would be pretty fun. So here's how we're gonna start off. Alright, so you see this, I don't think you see this, but let me like, yeah, you see this. This is Pinterest. Like, I want you all to download it or open it right now if you're doing it with me real time. And today we'll be looking at how we can find references from there, practice it, and let's just get started. When it comes to anatomy, you should always understand that focusing on one thing at a time would always help you as compared to looking at the whole body and learning it from start to finish. Like, I would recommend you personally to do the head first and then the middle part, like the torso, and then the legs, cause that's just the top down order. And then there are the hands. So this tutorial is not going to conclude everything, but it is going to conclude most of it. So let's just get started off by looking at this picture and analyzing it on how we can make something like this. Alright, awesome. Now, there's one thing about male anatomy I want you all to know that there are going to be these areas over here, negative spaces, and these are really important. Like I would even recommend you to start off with making the negative areas, like the negative space, and then move on to all the finer details and stuff. Also, don't make these angles. They're going to be like this angles over here. Don't make them too big or too small. What do I mean by that? Let's just start off with a practical example. Since we are looking at a relatively simple front facing body over here, so this is going to be this head over here. This is where we start off, because we are starting from like dead in the eye pose. And then because of human skull, it's going to be cut from here, these two sides, like this is important because human skull, it's going to determine the form of your head overall. And from this line to here is going to get connected, and then this line over here, this is your basic face shape from when we viewing it from like the front view. And then comes the neck. This is like a part where most people get confused, but don't worry guys, you have to make two lines like this and then a triangle over here. Keep that in mind. That's pretty much all you need to know. And then right where this line ended, like this line, you have to make two lines like this, and then a trapezium muscle. I don't think that was the right word, but I don't care, man. We're gonna call it the trapezium muscle. I made up that word. Uh, both sides have that trapezium muscle I told you about, and then there's this part, right, like this, and then it goes all the way down over here. Awesome job till now. Yep, cause this is going to get hard. One thing would be that I would like if you practice this shape first, because this is like the simplest form it can be at, and this is going to get complicated real quick. So yeah, just telling you this much now. And this video is just going to cover the torso and not the legs. So yeah, keep that in mind as well. Now there's going to be second muscle, this which is going to be the right over here, and then another one that's going to run all from here to here, and one right above it. These are muscles, so remember them, they are important. And then there's going to be one right over here that runs down like this and then back up into this smooth form right over here. And then there's going to be another one over here and another one right here. Yeah, it's complicated, I told you from the start. Don't blame me, man. Two from over here, two from both sides. I'm not going to draw this arm, so just use your imagination for now. And this area goes back into there, and this area goes back in as well. Just envision this to be the same. All right, I'm not going to draw the second arm. This area is getting divided in half, so you can make that as a guideline. That would help you a lot. Abs start from over here right till here, and there's this curve over here, and then that curve follows along till over here, and this ab is actually a bit tilted as compared to the others. And final ab over here, which is going to be a bit more like a long one. And then there's a torso finishing over here, like right over here, like this. Two leg muscles, just use your imagination, right over here, and then this one, because I don't want to draw. And that's pretty much it. As for any complicated explanation that I have to do, let me tell you some very important tips when practicing anatomy. uh, don't expect to get good at it from the start. Like let me tell you something. These drawings over here, these might look like they took me a little bit of a time, but I swear to God, they took a lot of erasing. And also practice anatomy with a pencil. Some people might disagree, but it is actually going to help you because you can erase your mistakes. But if you want to make like a quicker practices, something that you can go over fast and fast, then I would recommend you use some micron pens, or even better, this one's going to help you a lot, especially because the different colors can represent different muscles, and that's really effective. But alas, a micron pen is going to work the same. This little guy just helped me a lot in my journey, and that's pretty much it. Bye, I love you guys. Also rate my setup in the comments. This took me a lot of time, so please rate it high. Or don't, life is yours to choose after all, I guess. Bye. Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. Oh shit. Hello everybody, my name is Pluto, and today we'll be looking at how to draw heads from different angles. Let's go, bro. Now, I wanna be honest with you all, I don't really have a script for this video. I mean, I did write one, but I don't really know if I'm gonna follow it or not. But yeah, I'm gonna be just doing it like live one to one. So here's the things, like the quick sketches I made before this video just to explain this topic a little bit better to you all. Let's just get started. By the way, this page we'll be using this page and just a pen, no really pencil, because we are pros, man. We don't really know no need sketches. We are like pro people. Yep. Alright, so in case you didn't know, your head is like a circle, alright? Just keep that in mind. This is going to be important later. Your head is a circle. Unless you are viewing it from the side, then it will be an oval. Just keep that much in mind, and you should be good for now. Now let's just move on to the second most important part. Your head is going to follow the form of your skull. What your skull is, basically it is like a circle, and it has two bones coming from it from this side, and then it has another bone over here. Like, let me simplify it in the simplest form. Circle, and then there is a bone coming from here, and then it's like divided over here, and then it's like this is the most basic explanation of what a skull looks like. Now let's get it into in a bit more detail and let me show you how to draw it like in perspective and stuff. Now the first thing you might wanna look out for is your horizon line. What is a horizon line? Alright, now bear with me right now, alright? You see, there's always this line in the middle of your page, and this determines whether you are looking at a stuff from top or from bottom. Like if your horizon line is below, you're looking at it from top, like this is going to be the perspective, and if it's like over up there, and then you're going to be looking at it above, like a building, it's above from here. If your perspective line is like there, horizon line is below, then it's going to be like above like this, and then if it's below, it's going to be like this. This is like one of the most basic concepts. Then comes the second most important concept. We are going to be like these perspective lines over here. These are just going to help you, but let's just focus more on today's topic, which is how to draw skulls in perspective. Let's just get started on that. Now there are three main angles on how we can do this. Number one is going to be the straight ahead, like you're going to be looking, it's going to look you dead in the eye. Number two is going to be the side profile. Number three is going to be that how do we call that? The three quarters. Yeah, I think it was called the three quarters. If you look at this over here, three quarters, side, front, front, three quarters. These are like the main three angles that almost every drawing is based on. And we have trunks over here to demonstrate it. This is trunks from front, this is trunks from like side, and this is trunks in three-quarter view. Now let's see how we can do that, apply that knowledge over here. uh, First of all, I did made a video on this previously which explains how to draw skulls in this perspective. If you haven't watched that, please go watch that. That's going to help you a lot. But if you didn't watch that, here's the context on how to do it with all the anime skin and stuff. First of all, as I told you, your head is a circle, so of course start off with that. There's going to be like the straight dead in the eye pose, just in case you're wondering. And there's going to be this line dividing this all in like in half, and then there's going to be this other line that's going to be connecting both of them. Awesome, got that much? Great. Then there's going to be this other line on the end of this line. We're going to be cutting all this off, and then there's going to be this line from here to here, which is going to be cutting everything off. No, and then there's going to be another line which is going to be cutting everything from here. Now, why is all these lines important? Let me demonstrate. Your hair is going to be starting from this point up over here, and then going over there like this, there, and boom. Got that much down? Now that second, now your jawline, it is going to be starting from here up to this line, here to this line, right? From here to this line, and then your jawline is going to be see down towards there, just before where this line ends, like this line where I told you to make that there, and then it's going to be following this line almost perfectly, like over here for top and then up. And that's basically how you do it. That's how you draw your face in perspective. I don't think I can explain anything further than this. This is going to be like your base for almost everything. Then like go ahead and I add the eyes and stuff, and you should be good to go. Now comes the second part, which is like the side profile view. The side profile view is a bit more complicated, but let's just get over with it. Just like how we got over with that one. You see this line that's cutting it in half. Now, if our head moves over this area, this line instead of going from middle, now it's going over here, like right here. It's gone from middle to here if you're viewing it from the side, like here. See, it's still in the middle because this eye and then over there this eye and this is the middle line. But just for us, the viewers, it's gone from here to over here. Just keep that in mind, all right? It's a tad bit important. Also, one more thing. Now our head is not going to be a circle, but more of, how do we call this? What's the name of the shape again? Yeah, the oval. Oval. It's more of an oval. Starting off both lines both over there and there. It's really important to do that. Where is your ear going to start? Well, it's up over here, like right here, and then this is where your hair comes in. This blah, blah blah blah, it's going to be continuing till this area right here, and then this area is where the bottom side of the hair comes into play. This is not really that much important, but it's still going to be affecting how your character looks overall. Just keep that in mind. It's not that important, but yeah, do keep it in mind. Also, you can share this area if you want, if especially in characters like Itadori. It's really important to share this if you want to get the character's face across. uh, Here is where the neck starts, like right there at the end of the hair, and this is where all the nose and all the other key components take place in. This is the nose, and then our hair down stretching from here will be like the face, and then the jaw right over here. Boom. Told you it was easy. It's. I know it seems a bit complicated, but I swear to God, as soon as you try it, it's not that hard, like at all. Now the third and the most important perspective, almost every drawing has it. It's the three quarters view. Three quarters view takes hardness and pushes it to its absolute maximum. This is going to be hard. I told you these two are easy, but this is going to be hard. I mean it. It's going to be hard. Start off with a circle, because like just a bigger circle than this one, just a tad bit bigger. Now instead of being over here or right over here, it's going to be dividing the face in half, but like in a spherical manner. You can even make it a full sphere if you want. Where's your jawline gonna start, you may ask? Right from over here, and it curves out towards there, like curves out, and then it goes back in towards there, and then back. This area just cuts off like that. Simple, right? Yeah, I know. Here from this area down towards here, but like there's going to be this ear over here, so keep that in mind as well. And then this is where it like goes in. Yeah, that's pretty much it. uh Here on the top side, boom boom boom, this is just going to be like the silhouette of hair. I'm not really putting in much details. I'm just trying to explain my topic right now. Just explore, just live with that, how bad these hairs are drawn. Just live with that, all right? Neck from over here to here, and if in case you want clothing, there's going to be this tad bit part over here that's going to be visible, and this other part is going to be a lot more visible. Eyes, this eye is going to be a little bit smaller, and this eye is going to be a little bit bigger. Mouth over here, and the nose right over here. And that's pretty much it. Told you it's all these two are easy. This is a bit hard. Uh, just practice it with pencil. I made the idiotic choice of doing it with pen, but you don't have to. And just keep practicing, and soon you will get there. It's not that hard. Just keep going, man. Yeah, bye. Go away, man. Why are you still staying? Go away. Dude, go. Alright, you know what? Fine. Subscribe. Alright, bye. Hi everyone, I am Pluto aka Rihas, aka Shahir, whatever you want to call me, it's up to you. And today you'll be learning how to color anime skin. Now, this is a method I have developed over many years, so I just hope you like it. It's not hard at all, it's really easy, just 3 layers, and that should do the trick. Let's just start off with just inking this face. Alright, so real quick, just line arted it. I don't think that was the right word, but whatever, I don't care, man. Anyhow, as I was saying, ask yourself a question. What is the first color we will use when we have to color skin? Skin, of course. What else were you expecting? When coloring any skin of any part of, especially anime characters, you should always have the base color as skin. Some people like to skip to orange, that's their preference, but I swear to God, that's not gonna look as good as if you start off with skin. Let me demonstrate. Start off by on this corner and press it down as hard as you can. It doesn't matter here. Yeah, you can just go all out on this paper. Let me just finish it and show you how it looks. And there we go, we got our little skin color over there. And now let's just skip off to orange. Orange should only be applied just to give a general sense of lighting. For example, if the light source over here and this area is getting lit, this area is going to be a little bit in orange, just because it's not receiving that much light. It's just supposed to make the colors a little bit darker than what they already are, not a lot darker. That will be the job for the next color. And as you can see, yep, we have just made it like a little bit darker because this is where the light source is and this is where the hair is, so it's always costing a little bit of shadow down there, and advanced lighting stuff. Now comes the major player, which is actually the most important color. You see, there's an important concept in coloring, that is that you can't simply just apply dark to make stuff darker and white to make stuff lighter. Instead, you have to use the corresponding color. For example, if you're using orange, you have to use red. If you are using blue, you have to use purple to make that color darker. Now this color red, in order to make this orange even darker, because remember how we only applied orange like in places where it was really dark. Now this is going to emphasize on that even more. Let me show you how. See this area, this is like this, there is hair over here. Hair casts shadows, if you don't know, like here they do cast some of their shadow. Now let's just fill all that area in with the hair shadow. And boom, you see, that's what I was talking about. Just a little bit of red, and when you look at the whole drawing, it's perfect. I can't see anything wrong with it. Now, in case you are thinking that who are you, like how are you teaching us if you don't know anything about this topic yourself? Well, then check this out. I've been coloring skin for a long time, and I promise you I know how to do it. This method works every time in every lighting situation. Just make sure to pay attention. Even right here, as you can see, just vary your quantities. Like, see, here red is used, but it's used in like a lighter tone. Just vary your quantities. It should be good. It's not that hard. Like, as you can see over here, the red is used more extreme, and then over here, the red is not used that extreme. It's not that hard. Alright, bye. I love you all. I promise I'll make more tutorials. It's just that exams really hit you hard, man. Alright, bye. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you all something. One of my favorite mediums in art has to be pencil colors. I don't know what is it about them, but they get the feel going, man. They make me feel like I'm good at art, which I'm not. But to be honest, not trying to brag, I do know a couple of tricks that I want to teach you all, which is why today's video is going to be how to use pencil colors in a pro way. Don't know why I said it like that, but we are gonna roll with that. First of all, I think you all should know that pencil color is not a medium that is affected by quality. It's kinda more so affected by quantity. What do I mean by that? Let me elaborate. I mean by that pencil colors are not affected by their quality. Like you can be having a Prisma pencil colors or some random cheap ones that you found on the road. They're gonna work the same. Almost kinda, sort of, maybe not really. Nah, but all jokes aside, they're kinda gonna work the same as long as you know how the medium works. As for the quantity part, by that I mean that you'll have to apply a lot of layers and try making them light, cause it's better to stack up lighter layers and slowly make them darker, because that will love more details. As for the sequence of the layers, let me tell you all about that. Ask yourself a question. What is my main color scheme? It would be either cold or hot. In either case, let me tell you how this thing would work. For either color scheme respectively, try applying orange or purple. Then apply the main big colors like that of the hair and the skin. Then apply the dark colors. I will always recommend you apply dark before light because that's gonna help you know where the shadows are, and that's really useful in the long term. And how do we apply these dark colors? Well, that depends on the color that were like before them, the main big colors. If you are having orange, then I would recommend you try red in order to make it darker. And if you are applying blue, I would recommend you try purple on it. Just don't apply black and white to make it lighter or darker. That's the most beginner mistake you can make. After you are done with the dark layer, then comes the part where you apply the light layer. The light layer, it is actually not a completely different layer applied by pencil colors. More so, it's just erasing colors where light hits, because well, light is white, and then refilling those areas with the respective colors of light, which can be either yellow or green in case you want to suffer, because I think I need to make another video on how to color in green because it's just another subject of its own. As for the final tip before this video ends, I'm gonna tell you all a tip that's helped me a lot, and I think it will help you a lot too. Try applying it in a circular motion. Like, put your pencil down and make small circles and fill the whole area like that, instead of making a unidirectional line which will end up not looking clean. And even if you smudge it together, it's not gonna look that good as compared to the circular motion, which is gonna give you some of the most clean looking results that I got. With that, I hope you all like this tutorial, and please subscribe or else I'll leak your IP. Hi guys, I am Rihas and I am indeed real, and in today's video we'll be looking at some of the best artworks I've made in the past 2 years. Now, as for someone who has been on YouTube for like an year, yeah, I think I've been on YouTube for an year. I have done a laughably bad job at actually ever showing my artworks. I think I made just one video prior to this in which I actually show artworks, but not today. Today we'll be looking at some of the best artworks I've made, at least in my opinion. So let's just start off with a little montage. So our first artwork actually comes from this Death Note. Like, yeah, it's literally named Death Note. By the way, this will not be in chronological order from when I started all the way up to here. This will be just random drawings. Now, in this sketchbook there are like a lot of drawings, but I don't have time for all of that. They are not that good to be like shown. Now, what I want to focus on today will be this one. This is probably one of my best artworks from when I've started back then. I really liked it, and I still think it's okay. Like, not bad, not good, okay. My second best artwork comes from this sketchbook, which is another Death Note, and it is right on the first page. Like, we start off strong over here. Boom. Look at that, bro. For someone who's just starting off colors, this was such a huge boost to my confidence that I can actually color good. Bro, this sketchbook, it's full to the brim with drawings like this, but I don't have time to show all of them, but so let's just go on. Now this is where we step in the territory of actual page art instead of sketchbooks. Pathetic. Okay, never mind. I should probably not throw that. It costed a lot. So as I was saying, let's just continue on with the drawings that are actually like on paper. Starting off with all of this. Yeah, let's just put it all to the side and go over it one by one. My first artwork is this Sans artwork. This is one of my recent artworks, and it's pretty darn cool, man. I really like how this color actually bled out, and then this red color, because it's like the only color in the entire drawing except for black and white. But so yeah, it looks pretty darn cool in my opinion. Yeah, okay artwork. I would rate this a solid 8 out of 10. Oh my god. It's pretty darn okay, okay. Like, it was back when I started coloring, not that good, not that bad. I really like this water style Hashira, especially when you like look at the eyes and how This blue affects the eyes and it's like blue, and then over here the red affects the eye and it's red. That looks pretty darn cool in my opinion, but not too much. It's pretty darn okay. Not trying to go harsh on me, so 7 out of 10 I would say. Now this one is bad. Okay, it's 4 out of 10. I don't want to get lost into that stuff. Let's just continue on. Izuku Midori artwork. This was actually just a doodle, but I really want to show it. So yeah, I would rate this a solid 9 out of 10 because I really like it. Not over the fact that like it looks great or something. It's just that I just like Midoriya. That's why at that moment I did not know whether I saw a hero or a villain. This was, I think, an actual dialogue from the series. I just remember it. Now comes one of my best artworks. Some OG fans might just recognize it just from this thing. My Garo artwork. I love it to this day. I really am proud of it and it's really cool. Personally, at least. I hope you all like those big artworks. Now we are gonna move to the small ones, the little ones. Don't worry, we are gonna come back to the big ones. Let's just move on to the small ones for now. Oh man, he looks so damn cool. My first 10 out of 10 on this series. He looks pretty damn cool to me. I really like his clock over there. Like, you can almost touch it. And I really like the fact how this entire painting, I did not use a single brush to paint it. I painted it by my finger. Like I just took the paint, I opened it, and I put my finger in it, and then I just it looks pretty damn cool comparing that fact. And look how his body like illuminates, and this stuff, the ground is breaking, and it's just going up. I really like how I created that effect. 10 out of 10. Awesome artwork. Huh. Okay. Alright, nice. I personally don't watch this anime because I've heard that it's not appropriate for kids. Like I'm not kid, I'm 13 and almost 14, but I don't think that it's appropriate. But I do make artworks of it. It was just for a challenge, Day one AI Hoshino cause I had to do from A to Z all anime characters. Looks pretty damn cool. Not that good as compared to this one, but cause that's just one of my most recent artworks and this is a really old one. You can clearly see my improvement. Okay, 10 out of 10. No question asked. When it's Kaneki, we are not gonna ask any questions. I love Kaneki and love him as a character and I love the series. So no questions asked for Kaneki. 10 out of 10. Alright, wait, I gotta like go drink water. My lips are crusty. Alright. Alright, let's just continue on. Our next artwork is also one of my recent artworks. Looks pretty damn cool to me. And just saying that much, like just look at the detail, the little detail on how this area is actually darker than the other violet. Just because this thing is casting shadow, like it's really detailed. That's all I'm gonna say. It took a lot of time, so I really like it. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Yeah, man, that seems good. Okay. Pretty darn cool artwork. Not that good as compared to the other ones, but pretty damn cool, man. I would give it like a solid 7 out of 10. Now don't laugh at me. Stop your giggles. Don't go hard on me, okay? 3 out of 10. There are just a lot of mistakes in this artwork. Like for example, I just used the same color for shadows and highlights on the skin, while it should have probably been two colors or even damn three colors because there's like this blue ambient lighting in the surrounding. I just don't wanna go too hard on me. That's why I was saying 4 out of 10. 10 out of 10. No questions asked. So I made that clear pretty damn early. 2 out of 10. That's all I wanna say. Oh, personally, I think this artwork is pretty good. It's just that it's unfinished. If it was finished, I would have given it a higher score, but I would say A solid 6 out of 10. Bro, just look at the detail. 10 out of 10. I don't want to say much. 10 out of 10. Oh, Alistair looked good. Like, look at the little demon claws in the back and how he's staring into my soul with a devious look on his face like he wants to kill me. Please don't kill me. I love you, Alistair. Please don't kill me. Anyhow, our next entry is AI Hoshino again. Okay, okay, not bad, not good. A solid 5 out of 10. By the way, Alistair 1 is like, I don't know, 10 out of 10 because I don't want him to kill me. Alright. This next artwork, okay, one thing pretty much clear, I want to give it right away. This artwork was not an original idea. This was by Pianto. Almost all of them are by some artist, but this one was specifically by Pianto, on an artist on on Instagram slash Twitter. I don't remember exact, but I think it was Twitter. I really like his work, and if he wants me to take this down, I would take this down. I'm sorry, okay? I just don't want to claim his artwork as my own. Lost Ghost, okay, pretty damn cool. Uh, 6 out of 10. As given earlier, I would have rated it higher, but since it's unfinished, I would say 8 out of 10. It looks good. Like, you can see how it's like the movie quality made on paper. They made it digitally, I made it on paper. That's why I think it's cool. Oh, the person I made this for is probably watching this video. 10 out of 10. I really like this artwork, especially how the fire affects her face and she is looking so cute down here, and then a devious look over here. Looks pretty damn cool to me. I just want to say that much. Looks nice, awesome. Great job. Great job with the smirk. That looks pretty damn cool to me. 6 out of 10. That much good. Boy, oh god. 8 out of 10, bro. Looks pretty damn cool. Mob. My only complaint with this drawing is that how this lighting does not affect his hand at all, and how this hand looks. Bro looks like an AI generated hand. It's worse over here, bro. But it's pretty damn cool, so I would say it's okay. This is just a doodle in class, so I wouldn't give it like a high score. I would just say it's okay. Not good, not bad. Doodle again, so yeah, okay. Not bad, not good. 4 out of 10. Doodles, a lot of doodles. Now here in our class we have this thing called like uh how do I put this? My friend, they got like their phones somehow in the school, and still don't know how because phones are not allowed. So he just went on Instagram and searched up random girls with like anime, and he just dared me to draw every single one. And I personally think it's pretty damn cool. I like it. I like it. Now, wait. Oh, sorry. This was not that one. This was not that one. This was the one I made at home. I think the one he asked me to do was this one. Yeah, this was the one he asked me to do. It's pretty damn cool, especially considering the fact that most of you will remember these artworks if you are an artist. They are all from Pinterest. He has Pinterest, so that's why. Anyhow, this artwork and this artwork combined, this will get like this one will get 6 out of 10. This will get a 4 out of 10. Not bad, man. Not good either, but 10 out of 10. Because it has Kaneki. What else did you expect, bro? Alright, next artwork. Oh my god. This was like my profile picture, and it's a recent artwork. I think it turned out pretty damn good. The artist, I don't remember their name. It's like AL4 Arts or something, but it's pretty damn cool in my opinion. I love their art style. It's super detailed. Like if you just take a close look at the eyes, and then there's this chains, and then there's this other monster over here, and then there's this eye. These were all actual parts of the drawing, and then there's this face over here. There's just so much that goes into this artwork that does not look at all when you see it from the surface, but it's really cool. Their work is amazing. I would highly recommend you go check them out. Sans, bro, he looks cool. He looks so cool. 10 out of 10. Undertale as a game, I never played it, but I personally will try it. It's really fun by what my friends have told. What my friends have told, and I personally think I would enjoy it. Sorry. All right. And with that, we have come to the final paper artwork. I still have one of those big paper artworks. Don't worry, bro. Just look at how the glue effects apply over here. 10 out of 10, man. Awesome. Big paper artworks. This is a starting artwork, so I would say a solid 8 out of 10 from considering the fact how my skill level was back then. Could have been worse. 4 out of 10. And with that, we have come to a conclusion. So, a 13-year-old artist, my personal favorite drawing of all of them has to be. I want to just build up a little bit of suspense, you know. Oh, just kidding. Who am I even kidding, bro? This one. Love it. He looks so damn cool. Whatever. Alright. With that, I, I hope you enjoyed this video. Even if you are older than me, then shut the hell up. That is not how it. I have to spend a lot of time and effort in order to get good at art and a lot of money. Do you know how much that all costed me? Go subscribe so I can continue making artworks. It's hard, okay? Uh, all right, bye, man. Love you all. Thank you all so much for 3 point. I don't even remember at this point. It's like 3.5k, 3.6k. It's a lot. Uh, it's really cool the fact that I managed to go this far in like an year. Some people don't get this far in tens of years, and I just managed to go this far in 1 year. Bro, that's so damn cool. Not to mention the fact that my watch time is skyrocketing, and the fact that I will be soon be able to monetize and do this stuff, these silly drawings for a living. That's mind blowing to me. By the way, I got like a new thing to show you all. Look at it. You all like it? I personally love it. This is a mouse pad, but I use it so my arms rests over here, and then I clean my hands over here. This is so cool. I love the dragon. I love the dragon. I love the dragon. Subscribe or the dragon is coming for you. Now, but for real, I'm being honest. If you don't subscribe, I'm coming for you. I'm right in front of your door. You see that? That's your door. I'm right in front of it. All right, bye. Love you all. Hi guys, I am Rihas and I am indeed real. And in today's video, I'm gonna be telling you about the best art style ever. Last night I was experimenting with this art style and man do I love it. I wanna teach you all just how cool it looks. See the text over here? That's the thing. This is the best art style ever, man. Let me just teach you all. Alright, so this art style basically has only two main light sources, either from the top or from the yeah, you know. And by you can also add it from the bottom, but I don't really try that a lot. Like this is the only one I did from the bottom. Like this was the light source. Yeah, you get it. It's not really a common trend. Now no matter how you do it, there's always going to be like that one, this shape over here. This is like a common theme, okay? Like this is going to define the face. The faces are like just circles. They're just circles, and the eyes, even better, they are just like little dots. Nothing too much about them. This art style is really simple, like, and should be kept to doodle. But if you want to switch to this art style, go ahead, man. It's awesome. I really like it, and I want to share it. The downside are like bones, cause well, a lot of these things are skeletons, like skeleton, 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 something. All right. So as I was saying, you can go ahead now and add like a little hat on his head. Hats, we all know there are only two acceptable ways to draw hats. Number one is to draw it so comedically small to the point that it does not even fit the person's head. And number two is to draw it so large that it just encapsulates the entire head. Let's just go with the second one for now. Although you can go with the first one, that will look fairly good too. Like, look at this guy, man. Like, it's not comedically small, but look at this guy over here. Look at this guy. They all look pretty darn cool to me. Now, as I was saying, we can initiate this part, so we have this area even more defined, and add a little bit of shading to this side for fun effects. Now we can of course add the top side. Awesome, that looks amazing. Now we can add like the bottom side of the teeth. Oh, just look at him and say you don't want to hug him. You want to hug him, right? I know you want to hug him. Like who doesn't want to hug a skeleton guy who looks like this and offers you a lollipop? You know what? We are gonna stick with that. We are gonna make him offer us a lollipop, and we are gonna use this exact same hand for that. All right, let's just start off. I think I forgot my script. Wait, let me check for a minute. So I meant to say, let's continue. All right, as the script goes, this is like the neck, and then a circle for the body. Oh, just look at him, man. Like this art style is so damn simple. You can like do anything with it. The hands, they're all like really simple, simplified shapes. Awesome, right? Now here is my fresh and quick reminder to you all. You all can do anything with this art style. Go ahead, experiment. These are the experiments I did, and okay, that's not that. That's just me practicing random stuff. Wait, where's my practice, man? Where's my practice? So as I was saying, yeah, this is my practice. Like, just look at this art style. It's so cute. Of course, you can always like go ahead and refine this art style. Let me show you an artwork I did. Let me show you that artwork. So yeah, I found it, and just look at it, how good it looks when it's refined, right? Like the line art, that everything, it just looks so good, man. And so as you can see, but obviously it contains like all the basic concepts from that art style. See the skull, see the top down top bottom lighting system, like how this area is like in shadow, and this area and then this area like all lit and stuff. That's mostly because of the wand, but still you can see how the top down I still applied it somehow. But just look at it, man. Do you wanna hug that guy? Do you wanna hug that guy, you son of a? And of course, you can just always go ahead and try other things like snowman. There's just so much you can do with this artwork that. Oh, that's the previous thumbnail. Bro, I wanted to show you all something, but I just can't find it right now. Oh, the Glocktopus. God damn it, man. Where the hell did I leave it now? Alright, I found it. Just look at him. Just look at him go like. Ta-da. Don't you like that? Oh, practice studies. And that's pretty much it. I don't think I can add anything else to that. Like that's just pretty much damn it. Yep. So yeah. Also, just one more thing I wanna add because it's like the end of the video. So I think you might want to do something. You know, there's something that you want to do, like something that you really like doing to all of your favorite YouTubers, like something that you really enjoy doing. I'm just saying something, just something. Alright, bye. Hi guys, I am Rihas and I am indeed real. And today you will be learning how to draw hands. So recently I made a post which was totally not rigged. I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing wrong with that post. You all said how much you wanted me to teach you how to draw hands. Well, I personally understand it. Hands are a struggle. Like, just look at this thing. From one angle, it looks like this, and from the other, it looks like this. How the hell did we went from this to this? But don't worry, because I'm here to provide you all with the inner peace we all want in life. Let's get started. The basic thing is that all hands have two main features that are, hard to draw. The first one is the palm. As I was saying, the first one is the palm, and the second one is the fingers. Makes sense if, cause these are the only two things on the hand. But now let's just get started off with the palm. Well, you see, palm, no matter when viewed from which angle, can always be simplified into a circle or an oval, at least in my humble opinion. Like, for example, let's draw a quick hand over here, right? This is where going to be like explaining stuff, and this is where the actual practical drawing stuff. Like, let's draw a hand. How are we gonna start off with the palm, of course. But now, if you see, this shape is pretty much what we all need for palm. Like, let's like just try to imagine the shape of the palm over here. Well, that sure as hell was easy to imagine for me. Like, look, the palm is always simplified into a circle, no matter viewed from which angle. Like, let me show you my hand. Even if I like put this angle over here, like, see, but still, as you can see, there's like this. How do I put it? Uh, you know, recording with one hand while using the other hand to explain is not the easiest thing to do. So please subscribe. Uh, as I was saying, you see this area over here of my palm. See how it's like a circle? Let me explain. Like, this entire area of the palm could be simplified into this little oval shape. As I said, see how here this area, entire area just simplifies into the palm. How like we put the shape, if we like put the shapes in, you see, it kind of resembles that. Now let's just get to the actual practical stuff, which is the fingers. Fingers, well, they are hard, but let me just explain them by breaking down. Fingers are sausages, yeah, and these sausages are cut into three equal parts. That's why when drawing fingers, I would all highly recommend you all to make three strokes. Like, no matter drawing from which angle, you should always make three strokes like this. Simple, alright? Now, if when we are drawing fingers in perspective, know this. See over here, this thing. This is your finger, all right. Now, if your hand is straight and if your hand is like this straight, and then your fingers, of course, gonna be like straight as well. But as your hand moves towards the camera, the finger will get smaller and smaller to the point when it looks like this. This is like called foreshortening, if you don't know. Like, this is my hand straight, and then as it moves towards you, it's smaller. Notice how it went to this from this, like this level of longness, and then like completely short. Now let's apply all of this knowledge into drawing a practical hand. I'm sorry, I just can't record with one hand and then use the other hand to draw. So I'm gonna have to use it stepwise. All right. Step one, what we have learned, we have to make a circle. Circle made. Boom. All right. Step two will be defining the shape a bit more. What hand are we trying to draw over here? This shape of the hand. This is cause, in my opinion, the hardest shape of the hand. Alright, since we know this shape is like a bit more of an oval shape, let's just cut down our circle from the two sides. Now the third thing will be like the palm, and this is like all the knuckles going. So let's just draw that in real quick. Now that we have drawn the basic shape, let me just point out all the little things that you all want to look out over here. So as I stated earlier, fingers are just three equal lengths. So always make sure to measure that. This is why this finger looks off over here. I'm sorry if I didn't explain something or something that you wanted me to explain and just got overlooked. Well, that was pretty much it. That's the best I can do at explaining how to draw hands. I hope you all understood. If you did not, just leave a comment down below. I'll try to explain. And that's pretty much it. Bye. Bye. Also, right, if you don't subscribe, what I'm gonna do, you know right, what I'm gonna do if you don't subscribe, right? You know right. Hello everyone, I am Rihas and I am indeed real. And in my humble opinion, one of the hardest things in art to master is grayscale, which is why today I am here to help. I'm here to provide you all the inner peace you all want in life. Well, let's just get started. This is the quality of artworks I make in grayscale, and overall, grayscale is not that hard as much as people think, but it's still pretty hard, darn hard. Like it took me a lot of time to get where I am. This is my one of my recent most artworks. So let's just get started. Oh God. Never mind. Let's just use this page. This one's way better. All right. So one of the most honest grayscale tips is that if you're working in grayscale, I would honestly recommend you get these two paints. They're not that expensive. They're gonna make your artworks look good, and let's just get them, bro. All right. Now, how do we actually work in grayscale? Then now that I've stopped yapping about it. Well, you see, grayscale is not a medium that will just allow you to go from dark to light. Nah, 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 nah. You gotta work from light to dark. What do I mean by that? Let me demonstrate real quick. Oh, god damn it. Now subscribe, okay? It took me like, I don't know, 10 seconds to open that for you, but still it's a lot, okay? Alright, you see, this is the lightest color. This is the lightest color, okay? Just stick with me over here. This is the lightest color, and then let's if we put our brush in this. Anyhow, as I was saying, this is somehow somewhat of a darker color than that. See this? Awesome, right? You might be like, yeah, but now where is this going? Now, I want you all to just imagine for a minute how are we gonna make this thing, this color, like, let's just try it. Let's just wait for it to dry it up real quick. How color to be darker than, of course we're gonna apply more paint, right? But now how are we gonna make it lighter than what it already is? We can try spreading, for example, but that won't really change a lot. Now you all might be in the comments being like, yeah, you can just use, god damn it. So as I was saying, some people are gonna say that using white is going to help, but I'm being honest with you right now. All white is going to do is just blend in the colors. It's gonna do literally nothing. I used so much white paint and then it just did nothing. So yeah, if you are working in grayscale, I would honestly recommend you to always see your references in grayscale as well. Use a pen for finer details. Never ever make that you start off with the darkest color. Just start with the lightest color and then you work your way up to the darker tones. And for the love of God, do not do line art after you have applied the paint, because line art after paint never works. You always have to apply the line art first and then do the paint. So that's the only way, man. I'm being just honest. Also, one last important thing about grayscale is that a lot a lot of the factors that vary your drawings in grayscale are not going to be stuff like how you apply your paint, but rather how you do your line art. Like, I'm being honest, just look over here. It didn't No one cares about how I apply the paint. It is just in the background. Most of the stuff comes from the line art. And then of course over here as well you can see how line art affects more. And the prime example, of course, all right, yeah, here we go. See how here the line art affects it way more than the paint. That's what's going to happen. In grayscale, more paint is not as important as line art. And even in my
worst grayscale artwork. You can still see that the line art was way more important than the paint. But I'm gonna fix it soon. Alright, bye. Hi guys, I am Rihas and I am indeed very real. And in today's video, you are gonna be learning how to paint. Hopefully, by the end of the video, your paints will be of this quality. Don't expect a lot from me. I'm really new to this subject, but I'm just trying my best to apply my color pencil knowledge onto painting, and this is the results I get right now. These are pretty darn okay in my opinion, so I'm just gonna teach you the same. Alright, so when it comes to watercolor, the first thing you want to get in your mind is that you don't really need thick line art. Like, I like to do line art really thick, that's just my style, but I would highly recommend you to not do much line art if you want that classic watercolor look. You know the ones I mean. I'm gonna put some examples on. You know what? I'm not gonna put some examples on the screen because I'm too lazy to do that. Anyhow, you know what I mean, right? The that classic watercolor look. So now let's just explain the second thing. That is that let's just say that you made a quick sketch. Let's just say like you did a. Okay, so with the magic of bad editing, we have made a quick sketch. And now let's just say like on the opposite side, in case you're wondering, it's one of my best artworks. So I'm literally ruining an artwork for you. You better subscribe now, okay? Uh, so now I don't really have any other page right now, so that's why I'm using it in case you're wondering. So let's just say you made this sketch real quick, and now you want to paint in it. The first thing you would like to know is that there are two types of basic techniques in watercolor. There would be wet on wet and wet on dry. Like, let me demonstrate both of them by using these two sketches. They are not good, the result is not gonna look dope. I just want to demonstrate what it looks like. Alright, so first we have wet on wet. Let's try it over here. In order to get wet on wet effect, what you have to do is take water, put your brush in it, dip it, and then just put water over your sketch layer first, slowly, and then use the paint next on top of that already painted watercolor layer. Try dipping paint in water before that. I always like to do it this way. And yep, a little bit of mixing and matching, and after that you will probably need more paint. But now that we have gotten all the paint we want, this is the effect that wet on wet generates. Wet on wet is always good for backgrounds. Never use it for your main like stuff like the face and stuff. Don't never use it for that. Wet on wet is just good for, I don't know, like the backgrounds and stuff. Don't use it on your regular sketches. That's gonna be bad. That's gonna look terrible. That's gonna look worse than I look when I get up in the morning. Anyhow, the second technique is wet on dry. What this basically translates to is that you take, I mean, you take a color, god damn it, and then you put it in water just a little bit, and then you use that little soaked watercolor on a page that is not soaked at all, and then just like put it in. This is extremely effective for sketching layers because they really require a lot of control. Overall, watercolor is not really a medium that's gonna give you a lot of control in it, but the best you can do is just use wet on dry and just hope and pray that you get some effect that allows you to control it. Watercolor is just a medium that does whatever it wants to, so there's no really controlling it. If your watercolor does not abide by your rules, kick it out of the house, but don't really force it because it's not gonna get influenced by you in the slightest. These are the two main techniques. Just apply them. Never use wet on your sketch layer when like you are trying to get precise ones, and you should be honestly good to go. Also, watercolor, one of the best thing I like about watercolor is just by doing this. See just how smooth it blends. Like holy music right now, bro. It's just so good. Anyhow, bye bye. Sorry, I'm bad at recording tutorials. This is the best I could do. I'm gonna improve, okay? Now that all the fake fans are gone, let's just talk about something. So, yep, I'm gonna make tutorials now that I'm back. My schools are over. The long-term viewers, they know this, that I have to go to school. But if you are new, well then subscribe. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm gonna be uploading more soon, hopefully, maybe. Alright, bye bye, bro.
Hi, hello everybody. So in today's video, this is just gonna be me talking over drawing Ken Carnegie. This is obviously for my 3K special. Thank you all so much, man. It's still so cool that we managed to go this far. And let's just start off. This is like the time where we start inking. So nothing really special over here. The thing with inking is that you want it to be smooth, and I did that exactly. Obviously the eye had to be black, and then I just started adding some line weight and stuff, adjusting the camera angle to make to just help you see the whole thing in motion. Obviously this is like the whole thing is was very slow. This what you are seeing right now is playing on 25.3x, like 25 times. The original recording was like 3 hours or something, man. It was long as hell. So let's just start off. Obviously I added some highlights, and then I went over with the coloring, black for the other eye as well, and then we started with orange as a base color, and for all the shadows on the skin mainly it's gonna be red. We all know that, man. It's just like a fact over here. Obviously it depends on the light and stuff, but here just get the point, like orange for the base color and red for the highlights. Obviously all this black you're seeing, I thought it should be pencil, but I think now looking back it does look pretty cool that I did it all with a black color, cause pencils just look way too smooth in my opinion. The hair, they are just a lot of shadows because its hair are white, so they didn't give me a tough time. Same thing again, orange for the base color and then red for all the shadows. That's pretty cool in my opinion, man. It looks so good, yet like it's so simple but it looks so good. This drawing, the most tedious part of this drawing was that I had to constantly sharpen my colors, and then obviously this dress part, man, this was so freaking annoying. I couldn't just start coloring, so what I did was that instead of just going in blind, I marked out all of the shadow areas, and then I marked out all of the highlight areas. That I think helped a lot. So here's a cool tip, that if you want to color clothes, I would recommend that you always just mark out all the highlights and the dark areas first, and then just fill it all in with the base color. That helped me a lot, and it's gonna help you too. Obviously we all know the drill over here. Orange for the base color and red for the highlights, pencil for the stain area. Obviously then again same concept over and over again. Obviously orange for the skin, orange for the base color, and then red for the skin. If you hear some background noises, it's raining like crazy over here, so sorry for that. Black for the paint as well, but it's just a bit lighter, so it looks like it's gray. It's just giving an illusion, man. Looking that way, art is just an illusion. Okay, painting time. This is my personal favorite part, so just listen over here. This cup you see, yeah, I just spilled all the water over the place. I had to clean it later. So subscribe, man, subscribe. I spent 5 minutes of my life cleaning that. I'm not gonna get those 5 minutes back. Obviously the thing I'm gonna do is like this concentrated color, I'm gonna put it on the paper and then use the water to blend it all together. Just see, like I take the concentrated paint, and see how I just splash it over the paper, and then I just use the water to blend it all in. Nothing special, nothing really like a rocket science level, just some basic stuff. But then again, this drawing is pretty basic. I wrote tragedy in Japanese cause Kenkaneki is a tragedy. I hope you enjoy the final product, and kaboom, thank you all for 3K and subscribe.